Hi guys, I Aziz welcome you to CoedMaster, and in this video I am going to talk about how to create a stream from the lines of a text file. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright guys, let's begin this video. So guys, just imagine that we have a file inside of temp folder and the name of that text file is debug.log. If you go to this file, you will see that we have some warnings and errors written in this file. Okay, and our task is to find how many errors are there in this file. And to solve this problem, we have to use Stream API. So how can we use Stream API to solve this problem? So let's see it. So first things first, as we want to access this file, we need a path to that file. So let's create a path first. So let's call path, give it a name path, and let's call path.off. Okay, the off method takes a URL to the path. Okay, so let's give it a URL, and the URL is going to be /, means the current directory, that is the demo directory, and inside of the demo we have temp folder. Okay, and inside of temp folder we have debug.log text file. Okay, so our path is ready. Now the next thing is we want to access this file. Now the question is how to access this file. So here we can use native input output file class of Java to access the file. Okay, so let's call files, and this files class belong to java.nativeinput_output.file package. Okay, so let's call file, and this file has one method and name of that method is lines. Okay, so as you can see over here that this lines method takes a path to a file, and in return this lines method is going to give us a stream of a string. Okay, and what this stream of a string represents? That stream of a string represents the line of this file. Okay, so first line has warning, second line has error, third line has error warning, and again fourth line has error. So that stream of a string represents the line of the file. Okay, so let's give it a path, put a semicolon over here, and as it gives us a stream of a string, so let's store the return type into a stream of a string. Okay, let's write a string over here. Okay, give it a name, and the name of that stream is lines. Okay, so far so clear. Now this lines method throws an exception, so let's add exception to method signature. Okay, or we can also wrap this in a try block catch. Okay, so we can do like this. Let's use try, put it inside of try, and then use catch block, and let's catch the exception. So input output exception, give it a name, and let's print this exception on the screen, and there we go. Okay, so far so clear. But guys, if you remember that opening a file and accessing file is a resource heavy process. Okay, so this means that while accessing the file we are consuming a resource. So now it is our duty to release those resources when we do not need it anymore. So how can we do it? It's simple. We can use try resource block instead of only try block. So let's put this line inside try resource block. So what it does, it is going to automatically close this stream of lines when we do not need it anymore. And why is it happening? Because if you look at this stream interface, let's go to stream interface. This stream interface extends from base stream, and if you go to base stream, you will see that this base stream extends auto closable interface, and the auto closable interface is responsible for closing the resources when we do not need it anymore. Okay, so this is how this try resource block is going to close the stream. But we do not need to close the stream when we use a stream of integer or string. Here we are using a stream with the file, and file is a resource. And even though a stream is also a resource, that is why we are bound to close the resource after we use it. Okay, so we have a stream of a string, and that string represents the line of this text file. Okay, now what to do? Now let's call lines dot filter method. Why filter method? Because we want to filter all the lines, and we are only interested in the lines which contains this error text. Okay, so how can we do it? It's simple, using a filter. This filter method takes a predicate. Okay, and this predicate method takes one argument and returns true or false. So we are going to get a line in predicate, and in return we'll check if this line contains the error text or not, like this. Okay, so we have filtered all the lines and we are only interested in the line which contains this error text. Now let's collect all the string in a collector. So let's call collect collectors to string. So this is how we are going to collect all the string in a collection. Okay, so now let's store this collection in a list of string like this. Give it a name li, and there we go. So we are good to go. So we have a list and this list contains all the line. That line contains error. Okay, so let's print this list on the screen. Let's give it li, run the program, and you will see that error and error gets printed on the screen. Okay, so we have two lines that contains error. Now the question is, we want to count the number of lines that contains error. So how can we do it? Instead of collecting all the string, we have to use count method. Okay, let's use count method. So it's going to count number of errors in the text file. Okay, so instead of storing in a list of string, we have to store it in a integer value. Okay, and the name of this is going to be count. So the count method returns long instead of integer. So let's replace it with long, and we are good to go. Now let's print this count on the screen, run the program, and you will see that we are getting 2. This means there are 2 lines that contains error in this text file. So guys, by now I hope you have good understanding of how to access file using streams and how to create a stream from the lines of a text file. Alright guys, this is all from my side for this video. If you learned something valuable from this video, then please hit the like button in order to make YouTube algorithm happy. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so my friend you never miss any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.